In this AS Music Technology revision session, we're going to look at the Section B focus styles. Now, each year, these two focus styles change, so make sure you know what your focus styles are. Now, one thing I do with my students is I get them started with the focus styles quite early on. The reason for this is when you think about it, the focus styles are worth 50% of the exam, which is approximately 40 marks. Now, 40 marks is the same amount of marks as task 1A of the coursework, so it's worth quite a bit, so it's worth getting started. And there's quite a lot of information to take in, a lot of artists that you're going to need to listen to a few of each of the artists' songs. You're going to need to know a few of the fingerprints of why they were so successful, how they kind of recorded their music, what made them popular within the genre, what spearheaded all the kind of cultural aspects of their music. And that does take a long time, so I do tend to set my students a couple of listening tasks a week. And it's well worth it, and it just gets them listening to things and also listening to how the technology behind the music has happened, understanding the culture, understanding the genre and how it developed is all part of this. Now, it says here the plan, so we've got what kind of questions could you be asked? Now, you can still get questions on how did that get recorded, what kind of effects are being used, what kind of instruments are being used, what problems are they having in their recording because of the decade, compare and contrast, how does this particular record contrast to this record recorded by the same artist, what are the stylistic features that they're using. Another big question that pretty much happens every year says something like this. Here are three artists, pick two of them and describe their impact on the style. So as you can see just from that little list, and I've included if you scroll down now on this revision list, I've included a whole bunch of other questions that you may get asked as well, but it's massive. It will cover all of the music technology aspects as well as the genre aspects, so don't be fooled in just thinking you need to know the genre. You do need to look at the way things were recorded and the impact of that music. Now let's just flick over to musictechstudent.co.uk for just 2 seconds because I want to show you what we're going to be looking at today. Now, it's quite a big subject area. Now, if you scroll down, once you click on the link that says something like Music Tech Exam Listening List, you'll scroll down and you'll get the history and development of the style. Now, inside of this post, you've got all the fingerprints, you've got a documentary for the actual style, you've got some revision cards, and you've got a quiz. Lots and lots of information in there to kind of consolidate your understanding of the style. This first post has everything to do with that. A bit of reading, a bit of a documentary, a bit of listening, and there's even a question that you can answer, post your opinions on as well. After that, you have all of your listening artists. Now inside of the artists, you've got a revision cards, you've got a documentary, you've got a biography, and you've also got some of their music that you can listen to as well. So loads of information. I would definitely recommend you listening to a couple of pieces of music by each artist just to get familiar with who they are. I think that's pretty much all I need to say about the artists and the resources that are available, which are absolutely massive. It's going to take you quite a while to go through them. If you've got time and you are looking at this fairly early, go through, spend a week on each or whatever, and just kind of spend your time getting to know the artists. Most of them are fantastic and their music is absolutely awesome. That's pretty much it for me. So I hope you guys get a lot out of today's revision session.